So I've been kind of putting away on this thing for, I'm going to say, 2 weeks. My work has been Honda shut down, so I've pretty much been working 10s and 12-hour days getting ready for Honda shutdown. And it's been pretty busy. Haven't had a whole lot of time off. Been mostly just coming back here and doing 20-30 minutes of work a night on it kind of thing. But we're starting to get somewhere. I'm just starting to rip all this stuff out. And yeah, it's coming along. I've got all the door panels out. I've got the window panels, glass. I've got the windshield, the back window. I've got half the sun headrest, half the headliner out, and I'm just about to take out the dash. Like, you don't have to do this to all your guys' derby cars. I just do it because, honestly, I find that the more space I have inside the car, the better. I could leave the dash. It really doesn't bother me. And then just run my harness, but it's just a lot easier for me to basically remove everything I don't need. So basically what I'm saying is I don't really remember where I left off on my videoing of this car. I think it was with the rear brakes or maybe the gas tank. We've come a lot farther now, as you can tell. Now, one of the questions I get asked a lot when I build derby cars is, where are you planning to take it? I'm not going to tell you guys. I don't like telling people where I'm taking my cars because of incidents that's happened before. So I try to keep that to myself. But I will tell you this. There's been a new craze in the derby world, and I would like to try it. Do you guys know what that craze is? It's probably been happening at shows around you. A lot of bigger shows are starting to do it to catch on to the craze. It's teams. You watch Blizzard Bash, that's all teams. The showdown in Florida is teams. Vegas is teams. It seems to be the big thing. And honestly, I think it's cool. For people that don't think team driving happens at a non-team event, you're crazy. Team driving happens everywhere. Drivers talk, deals are made. Before the derby even starts, deals are made. Not every driver does it. I know quite a bit of drivers who actually refuse to make teams and deals. I know drivers that they're best friends and build cars side by side, but when they go in that derby ring, they'll forget everybody else in that track and just track shot each other. Troy White and Michael Glanfield, you two are the best examples of that that I know of. These guys build their cars normally side by side, bone stock cars. They don't even do bumper swaps most of the time, but they will track shot each other. So there is oddball guys out there like those two, and they're honestly the best people in the sport. But let's get back to the team shows. Team shows have been getting more and more popular over the last, I'm going to say 2 years, 3 years. And promoters have been noticing it. They've been noticing the trends, and they want to make it so that more and more people want to go to their events. So the best way to get them to go to your events is to offer the classes that they want. And that's why you see team shows becoming more and more popular. I myself have never actually driven in an official team show, but I would like to change that for 2020. That is one of my New Year's resolutions, is to drive in a team show as a team with my friends for 2020. Now, I've seen a couple different variances on this. I've seen two-man teams, which I think the heats are super, super fast when it's two-man teams, but I don't really like the two-man teams. I've seen three-man teams, which is better than two-mans, But 4-man teams, I think, are the best, because then it gives your opportunity to, if you're down a player, you're not exactly screwed right off the bat. Now, the one thing I do not like about team shows is the pinning to win, but it makes sense. It makes sense, but I don't like it, if that makes any sense. If you guys don't know what pinning to win and two mean on the team show, which means when there's one car left, you guys just pin it in the corner, and when it's timed out and can't move, then it's done, because it saves you from 4-man beating on one guy kind of thing, which has happened, but Blizzard Bash is a prime example of the pinning to win. I don't like it, but honestly, it makes sense. It really does. You know, you don't damage the team's car, you don't hurt the one guy, you don't screw him right over and pile him into the corner to the point where there's nothing left. It makes sense. But, so anyway, there's 2-man, 3-man, 4-man. I imagine there's 5 and 6-man teams. Not saying that women can't do it, just how they normally title it. But, 4-man and 3-man seem to be the most common. And, one of the shows around me is offering a team show. Now, I was really hoping for 4, but it doesn't look like they're going to be doing that. And, kind of bummed. It kind of splits up my friends. But good news is I have like 6 or 7 friends that like the Derby pretty heavily. So I'm pretty sure between the two of us we can make 2 teams. So it's going to be something a little bit different for me. Hopefully I can get GoPros in all their vehicles. So then that way you can see how the team does it and how the team goes. But it's definitely something that I've been wanting to try for a while. And I guess 2020 is going to hold it. Now, there's a couple good 2-man team shows. I've been invited to a couple in the U.S. by a lot of U.S. drivers. There's a couple that I want to go to. Road Rage Entertainment is one of the shows that I would really like to go to. I've heard great things about it. I know a lot of Canadian drivers that have gone there and done well. I think it is a good show to go to, learn and enjoy, and basically get the 3 or 4-man team experience. Now, do I really want to go to a big show like that as my first team show? Not really. I'd like to go to a smaller team show where the teams are not so aggressive, because I think driving like a team is a lot different than driving as an individual. You have to have communication. You have to know what your other members of your team is doing, because if one of those guys is hung up, it's really going to be a downfall to your team if you have to leave them hung up. So there's quite a bit of things that are different out there, and I don't know, I want to try it. Well, now that we have the dash out and all the wiring, a little bit of plastic left. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments, guys, and thanks for watching. This car here is coming along. I'm just kind of putting away at it. I haven't really had a whole lot of time, and I'm starting to get tired, so I think I'm going to call it a night tonight. But thanks for watching. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow, and I still haven't come up with a name for this one. So, maybe you guys can leave a comment also on what you think this thing should be called, because I don't know. I'm running out of names, and I'm really tired and can't think of something smart. So take care, guys, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.